Halo guys, selamat sore menjelang malam ya, malam aja ya, biar enak. Gimana kabar kalian? Sehat? Udah malam belum? Jangan lupa malamnya, dan juga jangan lupa sholat maghrib. Ya kan? Bagi yang menjalankan ya, welcome. Halo Kuroneko, gimana kabarnya? Halo Sekanasi, wah udah lama nih gak ketemu sama Sekanasi, gimana kabarnya? Ya telah 1 jam. Enggak, ini baru mulai kok. Baru mulai kok. Gimana Reza, kabarnya sehat? Malam sampai malam ya. Makasih udah mampir. Tapi nggak ada orang. Ini baru nongol loh. Hari ini kita bakal screening special program 1.6 Honkai Sarel ya kan. Udah mulai belum ya? Bentar. Kira-kira kalian mau gacha siapa nih untuk 1.6 ini? Kan katanya ada Ruan Mei sama dengar-dengar kan Ruan Mei mah pasti. Itu sudah. Oh.
Udah live tuh.
Oke,
udah live tuh. Cek aja di YouTube. Di YouTube atau di Twitch bisa. YouTube aja YouTube. Di YouTube.
Nah, kayaknya yang ini nggak ini ya, offline ya.
Oh ya udah close aja.
Kayaknya di YouTube deh. Belum. Nah, belum mulai ya, belum masih kayak. Kencengan nggak suaranya? Oh, kencengan nggak?
Kalian aja.
Ini cukup. Sini cukup.
Nggak ada suaranya.
Belum, nggak ada.
Oh.
Emang nggak ada. Lagi ini cuma kayak bunyi inian doang. Aku tuh kegedean, aku sini segini ya. Nah, ini masih kedengeran. Kayaknya untuk desktop audionya udah aku maksin soalnya. Tuh ya kan, nadanya terlalu kenceng kan?
Nggak apa-apa. Ya turunin dikit banget aja.
Ya, aku turunin ini setengah loh. Nyaho, aku segera. Kamu di sini loh, Yuki. Kita kawan. Halo BMB dan Yuki, welcome. Gimana kabarnya, sehat? Teman-teman ya, maaf ya. Kita lagi nunggu special program dari HSR. Oh ya, aku cek juga di ini nggak nge-stream dia nih. Bentar. Kenapa ya? Gak mau ya? Oh udah. Oh baru ada nih. Mending di Twitch apa di ini nih?
Sama aja. Nggak tahu bedanya apa.
Sama aja sih. Kayaknya kalau Twitch lebih gampang patah-patah sih kayaknya.
Kalau patah-patah, kalau enak ya YouTube aja.
YouTube aja. Bantu. I love that. Apa jual beli di anjir. Sweet Ratio. I need adventure. Adventure. 2 menit lagi btw. 2 menit lagi kita sambil bincang-bincang ya, apa aja bebas deh. Gimana Bang Yami tadi? Bang Yami nggak ada? Wah hilang.
Yami nggak ada. Kayaknya Karyo atau dia.
Data stream ya?
Ya stream. Kan dari tanya juga.
Oh iya, dia jadi inian juga ya. Kirain Bang, ya kan? Jadi penasaran aku beneran deh. Siapa yang bakal riram? Aduh, mana itu ku habis ya kan? Sekarang itunya double-nya ini kan, double-nya buat looting itu kan, material kan. Material atau enggak XP kan? Nah, tadi aku lupa apa. Apa tuh? Bismillah and alhamdulillah I shall get blade, Lycon and Ruan Mei. Wah, anjir. Ada yang Dilarang. Halo. Shai, gimana kabar Shai? Teman, ya maaf ya kasih mampir ya kan. Gimana? Saya nggak nyangka saya akan hoki. Makanya anjir. Nih, PT-mu berapa coba? Ntar aku lihat tadi. Lupa aku. Sumpah. PT-mu loh. Dari Haran. Tapi lumayan sih PT-nya ya. 30-an kan? 30-an dapatnya dia. 32 ya. Nah, udah mulai. Kedengeran nggak?
Mr. Screw'em, member 76, sophisticated mechanical aristocrat and renowned leader. Not to mention the savior of inorganic life throughout
iya,
the
makanya menang.
universe. He's as sharp as they come. He'll recognize my brilliance in an instant. Now I can just get him to recommend me.
And his astonishing wisdom in the field
Ini
of
apakah burung ini bisa
broadcasting has
playable
been
kah?
duly recognized by Noose
Kesel kali.
themselves.
Ya.
Ergo, the Genius Society
kita
hereby
langsung buffering.
confers upon Mr. Albert the
Kayaknya
title of member
jelmaan si Argenti.
85.
Buset,
Member
jelmaan
81.
Argenti mentang-mentang.
May.
Tanya lucu loh.
She seemed like a kind and elegant
Ya Allah.
person in the simulated universe. A little distant though, but what if I ask a bad question? Since when does Albert ask bad questions?
Kayaknya nanti bakalan ada bintang 4-nya Herta sih.
Bird has an active imagination.
Quit daydreaming!
Madam Herta!
The program is about to start! What are you waiting for? A trailer or something?
Trailer. Wih, trailer nih guys.
Thought member 4, Hoka Kakamon, had gotten rid of most of the society members.
Suaranya kurang kenceng kah?
Hope for this. Oh, look who's here.
Buzz. Madam Herta, open zone. Buzz.
Apa nih?
Class 1.
Area baru.
Permission status.
Wih, mantep anjir.
Nay.
There's much you don't know about the space station. It's crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained the situation. If not, you'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through.
Bisa yang sama binatang dong, Ruan Mei itu.
A genius move. And how will you counter it?
Anjir, pakai topeng patung gitu kah?
You look troubled. A portrait of internal turmoil.
Wah, kayaknya aku ngincer dia deh.
For yourself.
Soalnya gue punya imaginary anjir.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction.
Herta ngilang
No
guys.
matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
Audience dice. How ostentatious.
Crown of the Monday and Divine. Kodenya guys. Oke. 7 9 SPC J5 Krat. Yang depan nih guys, nanti diklaim ya guys ya. Redeem code pertama. Ternyata enggak. Oh, digeser sedikit avatarku. Oke. Bentar. Gini. crowd. Itu udah kutulis kok, udah kutulis.
And whether or not your world
Ini nih,
has a day-night cycle.
aku perkecil dia.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And if you didn't know already, I'm Albert, your
Nah, biar
favorite
nggak kehalang ya kan, biar nggak kehalang.
Welcome to the version 1.6 crown of the mundane and divine.
Nah, gimana? Nah, numpang absen masih di jalan. Oke, hati-hati di jalan tadi. Ntar keseleo.
Together three intellectual
Halo juga Anda
heavyweights
siapa
from
ini?
none other than
Anjay,
the
halo
Genius
Ki.
Society.
Ki, gas parlay ntar malam.
Madam Herder, care to kick us off?
Welcome ya. Gimana kabarnya? Sehat? Maaf maaf ya. Kasih lo udah mampir ya.
Santa, remember enthusiasm.
Tahu tuh Ki, nggak stream kah?
Seriously? Fine. Hello, I'm Herda.
Now we're talking. And let's not forget the new face on the block, Madam Ron May.
Forest Bengala, iya nih. Forest Bengala ini.
I'm Ruan May.
I suppose that makes it my turn.
Lagi capek nih
Greetings,
Forest.
viewers. I am Screwlum. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Woi, parlay terus.
Thought I'd be interviewing
Mau
all
bikin
three of you
kombinasi
at the
party
same
ya kan?
time.
Yang bagus ya kan?
I guess the great news must have finally recognized my potential.
Dia lagi
Don't get
ketagihan.
ahead of yourself. This is a scheduled space station visit. Lucky for you, we had
Sini
time for a
kenapa
show.
ada
Or, to put it another way,
ini nih
participating
si
in your
robot.
program was a way of maximizing the
Lupa namanya
utility
ini
of our
siapa?
itinerary. Two birds, one stone.
Thank you. Anyhow, we saw from the trailer that the story is making a return to Herda Space Station. Intelligence available for release indicates the following. Madam Ron May has commandeered one of the space station zones
Saya masih
for
mau parlak.
biological
Iya
science
dong.
experiments.
I like to
sekarang lagi
avoid
suka main
attracting
Valo.
too much attention
Aku
with my
Valo aja
experiments.
lagi nggak bisa.
And the station
Bener-bener nggak
has
bisa.
sealed
Aku
off
nggak
area
tangan Valo.
available. Herta was
Install
kind enough to
apa
lend it to
Vanguard
me.
Big
Angkat
enough
tangan
to
aku.
spread across 3 levels. This area is a brand new domain waiting for us in version 1.6.
Apakah ada
Welcome
relik
to
baru?
Herda Space Station Seclusion Zone. Due to the secrecy surrounding this zone, there's currently not a soul to be found across the whole domain.
Rebuttal. Your assertion excludes the existence of inorganic life operating in the area.
Ya itu ada Black Sword-nya itu ngeselin itu aku nggak punya imaginary. Ya elah aku baru ngabisin
So
buat
you still need the seclusion zone, Ron May?
I do. My research has encountered a few anomalies.
Ya udahlah.
I was hoping the Trailblazer could do me a small favor.
Favor?
Small.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the second one, but this is a golden age for biological science. No problem too big or too small,
Perluasan map. Iya,
right?
perluasan map
Version
ini.
1.6
Domain
is
expansion.
brand new Trailblaze continuance.
Akan
Crown of
minggu
the
lagi.
mundane and divine.
Seminggu main tiap hari es itu enggak lah. Aku tengah looting. Adik serius aku tengah looting loh. Alam tarantin pagi. Gimana kabar sehat? Udah mau? Jangan maaf ya, makasih loh. Mampir ya.
Of the little life forms that Ron May has been cultivating.
I'm afraid that's the nature of biological science. Surprises and accidents in equal measure.
Not to mention, the space station is hiding more secrets than you might have thought. Various crises bubbling to the surface. Heard us public falling prey to an
Enggak telat kok
and a new
Rizal. Dakwah
publication that the
welcome ya.
geniuses
Gimana
must
kabar
face
sehat?
up
Udah
to.
mau? Jangan maaf ya.
Nothing a
Udah mampir
small
loh.
favor can't fix, right?
We got the 3 geniuses here. What could go wrong?
In Mr. Albert's previous broadcasts, the adoption of a light-hearted tone
si burung ini
usually
namanya Albert
indicates
ya?
the
Aku
presence
lupa anjir
of
soalnya.
a formidable challenge.
My beak is sealed. This is a top secret experiment. But trust me, when I say that the
Aku tahu
adventure ahead is a
enggak.
journey into both
Terus
the
Cruller
power
itu yang mana
and
sih? Yang
wonder
robot
of
ini kah?
biological science.
Yang dokter itu loh.
And what better
Oh.
way to prepare
Enggak,
our
enggak.
trailblazers
Oh, ya,
than
robot.
by
Ya, robot.
introducing
Oh, ya,
the
robot.
one and
Hah?
only
Enggak kok,
Madam
enggak play.
Ron May.
Apa nih? Nah, nih preview Ruan May nih guys.
Harmoni.
Wih, cakep loh.
Madame Ron May is an ice-type character following the path of harmony and member 81 of the Genius Society. From the very beginning, her research has focused on biological science.
Oh, yang ada
That's
Jing
right.
Liu itu.
Biological
Mantap tuh.
science is a
Iya sih,
boundless
kalau ada
field.
Jing Liu nih
I
enak nih
rarely
kayaknya
have
sih.
time for leisure, and despite being one of the
Mungkin Herta,
founders of the
iya.
simulated universe,
Pasti bintang 4-nya pasti
I
ada Herta
seldom
itu.
step up to the plate.
Madame Ron May, I was curious. Is there a story behind your name?
My name? My parents organized themselves into a flat hierarchical structure.
Aku udah.
My name is simply the combination of their surnames.
Satu-satunya cuman gesek bang.
What a spellbinding tradition.
I believe you may be laying it on a little thick, Mr. Albert. Are you hoping for something in return?
Who wouldn't hope for a blessing from Madame Ron May? Trailblazers agree with me.
Jadi
Let me
dirimu aku
remind you
apakah
that a
baca
genius's
Ruan
blessing
May kah?
isn't always a result of generosity or
Gak ada
kindness.
slot
Iya,
lagi.
Meaning,
Aren't you supposed to be
dapat.
intelligent? You tell me.
Many individuals have a hidden side. Ergo, Trailblazers' encounter with
Coba
Ron
aja sampai
May
ini lebih
may hold
Teori tidak berharap.
surprises.
spoiler at
Yeah,
12 o'clock.
Jangan
I
tidak
think
berharap.
it's time we took a look at what this
Ngumpulin
elegant
aja 10,
star
10,
can
10.
do on the battlefield. Don't you?
My basic attack, Threading Fragrance, deals ice damage to a single target.
Masih
While
nggak
my
target.
skill, String
Skillnya
Sing Slow Swirls, can increase the weakness break efficiency of all allies. There's also my ultimate, Petals to
Harmon itu nambah
Stream,
attack defense
Repose
biasanya.
and Dream,
Atau di buff.
which creates a field.
Only the most beautiful field I've ever seen. A work of art, madam.
Within the field, allies experience an all-type resistance penetration increase, and when breaking an enemy's weakness, they
Ada
afflict
tambahan
them
S
with a
tadi
mark.
pas ya
This mark is
aku.
triggered on the enemy's next action, prolonging their weakness break state, delaying their action, and inflicting them with additional ice
extra
damage.
damage sih.
You have a
Kalau
knack
pas
for
weakness
exploiting an enemy's weakness, Ron May.
Faye, and we didn't even mention her technique,
Mana?
Silken Serenade, which
Tuh,
allows
bilang
the team to
gas,
automatically
Kiki,
trigger an
gas.
effect equivalent to her skill at the start of the next battle. In the simulated universe, when Ron May possesses Silken Serenade, and when an ally attacks a simulated universe enemy, the battle is entered as if the enemy's weakness was attacked. The attack ignores weakness types and can deplete the toughness of all enemies.
Buset.
Breaking a weakness can trigger the weakness break effect that corresponds to the
Break
attacker's
effect
own
berarti dia
type.
ya fokusnya.
Not only that, in the simulated
Oh, iya,
universe,
break effect
for
dong.
every blessing possessed, the toughness-reducing damage
Jadi
of the
kalau-
current attack is increased, and extra additional ice damage is dealt.
Well, very good. Sounds to me like you have an interest in testing the simulated universe.
After Trailblazers get to know Ron May, another scholar with
tambahan
connections to the
termasuk
Genius
penting.
Society will be appearing, and this Trailblaze
Set segitu
continues.
makanya.
Oh, I assume you're referring to the gentleman with the alabaster head?
Classic
Menyinggung.
Mr. Scrollum.
Aku gak punya
Able to
DPS.
see the gentleman
Imaginary.
behind the mask.
Gentlemen, my foot!
Herta, you're being a little harsh.
Sounds like you two are well
Lihat
acquainted.
no, Cookie no, mulai
Without
no,
further
guys,
ado,
kumat no. You know.
Allow me to
Suruh
introduce
minum
him.
tuh, GWS tuh, GWS. Yang suka matematika mungkin silakan nge-pull dia kayaknya. Kayaknya dia single target deh. Oh enggak.
Veritas Ratio,
Dr.
or
Ratio.
Dr. Ratio as he's known, is an imaginary type character following the path of the hunt. He belongs to a different noose-worshipping
Dahan ya?
organization,
Single
the
target kah dia?
Intelligentsia Guild.
Which is why I can't stand the sight of
Kayak
it.
apa
The
ya?
Genius Society consists of vanguards
Kayak
from
damage
various
lanjutan
fields
gitu
who act in
Sampai
isolation.
lanjutan ya.
In contrast, the
Nah, gak ada yang
Intelligentsia
tahu
Guild
ke aku
advocates
apa
for the
lo, apa
dissemination
lo.
of knowledge, allowing for a
lo,
broad
Teka?
church of
Welcome ya,
followers of
Teka.
Nux who work towards furthering this
Oh emang
end.
single target, Bang.
Question.
Single target dia.
Does the current universe derive greater benefit from the unparalleled talents of the Genius Society or the
nggak
mutual
punya
learnings of the
Imaginary
Intelligentsia
yang
Guild?
You
Yang
sure you
AOE
want to go
loh.
there?
Let's not.
Iya sih,
Is that
fokus
why
ke
Dr.
target.
Ratio joined the Intelligentsia Guild?
Ada yang ngasih tahu
A devotion to
kalau ada
science,
spesial.
a desire to share
Tadi kan di
scientific
end stream
knowledge.
aku udah bilang
Exactly.
ada bahkan ada spesial program ASR.
52 academic programs.
And yells at people until they burst into tears.
Strict teachers make for good students, and any student
Dokter
who
bangunan,
makes it to
bener
the
loh.
end of a program
Kenapa dipanggil
will be
dokter
an
ya?
expert scholar in their
Kan bangunan.
respective field.
And an emotional wreck.
Mungkin dia lulusan
Ignorance is
universitas
an
maybe.
ailment, the expungement of which only our Dr. Ratio can achieve.
Belum ada info
and
yang
which
Riran
entails
siapa.
necessary hardship.
Oh, sama
By
kayak
which you
Topas.
mean the
Oh, berarti
destruction
boleh
of
nih.
any
Aku
and
mau
all
nge-pull ini. Aku nggak
self-esteem.
punya di imaginary
His
soalnya.
creations have helped many worlds look beyond their borders
Waktunya
and
ngumpulin.
step into the future.
I feel like we might accidentally be discussing.
Perhaps I should intervene. Dr. Ratio's desire to cure ignorance with truth is well known.
Soalnya aku
It's
benar-benar
time for us to
kesulitan nggak
assess
ada
his
hands apa,
prowess on
ada
the
imaginary sama
battlefield.
sekali.
During his basic attack, Mind is Might, Dr. Ratio brandishes his codex, dealing imaginary damage to a single target.
Question, why does he carry a codex with him?
Well, intellectuals enjoy persuading others with quotes.
Nah,
Deals imaginary
OBS.
damage to a single target. While his talent, Cogito Ergo Sum, may trigger him to launch a
Bisa nggak?
follow-up attack after using his
Astaga.
skill.
Sorry
As a
guys, sorry
rigorous
guys.
academic researcher,
Tadi juga OBS-nya
Dr.
juga
Ratio
disconnect.
pays close attention to his enemy's debuffs during battle. The more
Sorry,
debuffs the enemy
sorry.
has, the higher the chance of him launching a follow-up attack. And let's not forget his ultimate, 3-step paradox. The good doctor summons a leaning tower and through a series of precise calculations and measurements, plots a trajectory of maximum pain. The target enemy suffers imaginary damage and is afflicted with Wise Man's Folly. When a target with Wise Man's Folly is attacked by an ally of Dr. Ratio, he launches his talent's follow-up attack against the target. And when using his technique, Mold of Idolatry, Dr. Ratio creates a dimension and taunts nearby
Dia bikin
enemies. When
patung
attacking
anjir.
an enemy within the dimension to enter battle, there's a
Gila.
chance of reducing the target's speed.
Daman.
It
Iya,
would
sorry.
appear those 5 statues are made in his own
Pengalihan.
image. Ergo,
No, anjir,
Dr.
patungnya
Ratio
dia pas
suffers
puasa,
from a
anjir.
certain degree of narcissism.
To put it mildly,
Also in version 1.6, Trailblazers will finally be
Nggak
running
guna
into
kali
an old
skillnya.
friend.
Ya, skillnya
The
tadi.
older of two siblings, very different from the
Nggak
other,
pengalihan.
yet bound to are all the same. It's Hanya's elder sister,
Kalau
Shui.
gini mah rasionya disatuin sama Herta. Iya mungkin. Wah, emang hitungnya berapa sih? Ini yang bintang 4 nih. Boom.
Shui Yi is a
Shui
quantum type
Yi.
character following the path of destruction.
Aku mau
His original
Shui Yi,
body
aku mau
was
Shui
replaced long
Yi.
ago with a permanent puppet system. The
Dari
system was
dari
constructed for
satu
Shui
titik
Yi
nol tuh
on
aku
behalf
ngincer
of the
dia,
Ten Lords
anjir.
Commission. The commission agreed that for every culprit Shui Yi apprehended,
Ya,
she would be
bintang
rewarded with a
Iya,
half-day's
tapi
wingspan.
aku suka gaya rambutnya
A
loh.
reasonable arrangement.
Better than my one. Like her sister Hanya, Shui Yi is a formidable presence on the battlefield. Shui Yi's basic attack, Mar Asunder All, can deal quantum damage to a target enemy. Her skill, Iniquity Obliteration, can deal quantum damage to a single target and
Oh, dia single
adjacent
target.
enemies.
Oh.
And as a
Single
judge of
target.
the Ten Lords Commission,
Tadi
Shui Yi's
skillnya-
talent is a little out of the ordinary.
Skillnya
AOE.
dua,
Shui
AOE
Yi and
3,
an ally
tapi
deal damage to
tuh.
an enemy's toughness. Stacks of karma are accumulated.
So she's good at trying criminals?
The best! When karma stacks to the upper limit, Shui Yi immediately launches a follow-up attack on the target enemy,
3 dong.
dealing quantum damage. Her ultimate,
Oh, kayak
Divine
si Blade.
Castigation, can deal quantum damage to
Kalau
a single
kan
target
kalau
and
udah
toughness
penuh,
depletion
kayak
that
nyerang
ignores
gitu
weakest
kan,
types.
Blade.
The more toughness depleted, the greater the damage.
Breaking
single target
weaknesses
nih, tapi
irrespective
ultimate-nya.
of type.
these Xianzhou natives are cold-blooded.
When
Keren
Shui
loh
Yi
itu.
uses her technique,
Ada
Summary
stucknya,
Execution, to attack an enemy and enter
Shui Yi
battle,
PS1
she deals quantum damage to all enemies.
Gak bareng sama apa sih fix skripsi.
Yes, sir. It's time.
Ultinya colokan maut nggak gitu. Serem banget anjir.
During the first phase of version 1.6 in the character event warps, flow
Ya elah kenapa bareng sama Ruan Mei sih?
Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star characters Ruan Mei and Blade respectively. Not to mention the 4-star characters
Blade.
Blade
Guys,
version
phase pertama
1.6's
Blade
first
sama
phase character warp.
sama Ruan Mei.
Bandage guy.
Oh, pas pertama berarti.
During the second phase of version
Nah,
1.6
pas
in the
pas
character
keduanya.
event warps, Pantoray and Nesun Dorma. Trailblazers can obtain the
Tuh,
limited
ada
5-star
Ratio.
characters Dr.
Istimewa tuh.
Ratio and Kafka
saya skip itu.
respectively.
Kafka dong, yang belum punya Kafka siap-siap tuh di pas 2 ya guys ya.
The back of her.
Then let's not
Siang.
forget light cones. At 1.6's first phase light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, my past self in the mirror, will be boosted. And in the Bicone Reminiscence light cone event warp,
Udah
the drop
punya.
rate of the 5-star light cone
Auto skip.
side will also be boosted. Version 1.6's second phase will
Aduh.
also see the 5-star light cone,
Kenapa
the
tidak
baptism
ada
of pure thought,
Shai?
entering the light cone event warp.
Anjay.
Katanya gas
Breathing
Kafka Milo
relaxes
M4.
both the
Wah,
body
Kafka harus
and
dirang
the
sekarang.
mind.
Aku mau Ruan
It is
Mei.
of great benefit to our consideration of
saya
both
juga
the
nggak tahu.
universe and philosophy.
Check out the yellow ducky.
And finally, in the aforementioned Bygone Reminiscence Light Cone event warp, the drop rate of the
Ya
5-star
elah,
Light
sial
Cone,
dong.
patience is all you need, will also
Bisa
be
pas satu
boosted.
aja sih. Bagus tuh.
Light Cones, it's been a pleasure.
I think
Aku
it's
legonya
time for
fit to
some
play aja
mental
lah.
recuperation. Stay tuned for
Sadar
more
diri.
updates.
Yuk guys, untuk yang kedua. ITR IN E3 Cookie tebat. Anjir aku lupa mengcopy dong. Ya udahlah, nggak apa.
Buffnya Ruan Mei emang gede sih itu. Iya kan dia harmoni.
Apa yang gede?
Bah, bukan dia nambah harmoni kan nambah attack itu.
Apa iya? Punya extra damage dari itu ya?
It's time to delve deeper into version 1.6. First up, something that's about to make a big splash on the space station.
Redem dulu. Ntar lupa.
Kalian yang belum redeem dulu.
Kemarin ada yang ingetin tapi lupa.
Nih aku.
I can see how that would make a big splash.
Do I recall someone mentioning accidents on the space station?
In the process of clone cultivation, Madame Ruan Mei did encounter a certain anomaly. An anomaly in the form of a Swarm King prototype and fierce swarm disaster entity. Star Crusher, Swarm King
Ruan Mei buff break
Thanks to an
adventure dan
incident
speed
during the
iya emang.
experiment, this borehole planet's old crater came into being,
Bola
and
kami.
it looks like a lively one.
There's that light-hearted
Botnya
tone
Sun.
again.
Iya.
Ergo, we're screwed.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I kick your butt.
Kasian tuh naik bot
No
sendirian, ya kan?
Madame Ruan Mei has shared with us one of her research papers.
Set. Serem kali nih
Star Crusher
belalangnya.
Swarm King Scaricabaz. Analysis of asexual propagation performance
Oh.
induced by specific gene sequences.
Ih,
Let's start with the
Quantum
abstract
dong.
keywords, shall we?
Get to the point.
Kali
Leave it to
mah
me.
yang harus cari
Starcrusher
S
Swarm
ini.
King Scaricabaz possesses
One S,
immense propagative
imaginary.
capabilities.
Sama
When
imaginary.
in its
Iya.
multiply state, the Swarm King produces more of its own kind
Yang
with
pasti
every attack
imaginary
it
sih.
sustains.
Wait, every attack? So the swarm just keeps multiplying the more we fight it? Somebody's getting fired.
Anjir,
However,
beranak
this
terus loh.
multiply
Datang.
state is also when the Swarm King is most vulnerable. Breaking its weakness at this moment can cause it to explode.
That's right. As highlighted in the paper's conclusion, maintain your focus on the Swarm King's
Serem
toughest.
anjir.
Time the weakness break just right, and Star Crusher
Ultimate-nya.
Swarm King Scaricabaz can be defeated. Furthermore, after completing the 1.6 Trailblaze continuous mission, Echo of War,
warningnya.
Kayak
the
horror
whole
itu,
planet's
anjir.
old crater will become available. Complete this challenge to obtain the advanced trace level up material, past evils of the borehole planet disaster.
Are all biological entities in this location
Riran
characterized by
siapa?
aggression?
Blade sama Kafka.
Affirmation, it is reasonable
Welcome,
to
ya,
conduct such
Kanasi.
experiments within a sealed
Fase 1
off
sama fase 2.
area.
Fear not. There are some sweet and lovable characters too. In a bid to boost the space station's research developments,
Lucu.
Trailblazers have been
Satu kan
assigned
tadi
an
Ruan Mei
important
sama
mission.
si
Nurture
Ruan
and
Mei
care
sama
for the
Blade.
newly arrived
Dr.
little
Rasio
life forms.
sama Kafka.
I'm counting on you,
fase
friends.
2.
There
Ini
won't
bener
be
ya, sabar.
any accidents or
Lebih banget, Mang.
anomalies this time, right?
Probably not. Look how adorable these little guys
Ini
are.
kenapa ada toilet di
In the
situ?
Critter Pick scavenging event, Trailblazers can choose their
Oh,
nurturing
toilet,
goals
ini
according to the nurturing manual. They can learn cultivation specifics and successfully raise a variety of delightful little creatures. Seeing these little critters explore and frolic through the cabin
Lucu.
is enough to put a smile on the face of
Iya ada Kafka,
every
terus
Trailblazer.
ada
Affirmative. It results in
Oh,
gratifying
gambaran
emotional
dari
and
itu ya?
physical responses. Conclusion. A profoundly
Bentar lagi
ingenious
dijual tuh
construct.
bonekanya.
Aside from
Anjir.
the normal varieties, the cultivation process might even result in mutations and special breeds. And just between us, during the event,
Doggy.
Trailblazers have the chance to transform into and
Siapa sih yang mau
experience
lagi?
what it's like to be peppy.
Interesting. Maybe
Wow.
I should add a
Kopi.
transformation feature to the
Ah.
simulated universe.
Speaking of the simulated universe, this update is a real game
Aku aja
changer
Swarm aja
with
nggak
significant new
belum
features.
kelar anjir.
Version 1.6 will add
Lagi
another
ini.
fresh update to the simulated universe with brand new
Itu kalau dapat
DLC,
Dr. Rasio bisa sih
Gold
itu.
and Gears.
Ron May played a major role in this update.
Indeed. In Simulated Universe Golden Gears, Ron May has developed a simulated noose and frozen space-time just before the
Ada,
demise
oh
of
aku
member
tinggal jauh banget ya
27,
berarti.
Emperor Rupert.
Emperor Rupert
Ntar ya,
was
guys, ya.
a computer
Boleh
that became
skip nggak ini?
self-aware and subsequently drew Noose's gaze, becoming the 27th
Ya, Asu
member
baru
of the
kok yang
Genius Society. The war
Equipping various dice-based effects by collecting can unlock even more dice-based effects. As Trailblazers delve deeper into the
Nggak,
challenges,
nggak
they can
ngecek-ngecek
acquire
dulu.
more powerful dice faces and unlock new ways to play. Trailblazers can swap out the faces on their dice, combining effects from multiple paths to
ada
create
dice-nya.
unprecedented,
kayak semacam
powerful
dice
buff
itu kah?
combinations. For example, when using Kafka, even if the initial path selected is the
Sama
nihility,
dong.
you can
Masih
create
sama, ya?
diverse effects by strategically combining different dice faces. You
Ada
can
buff baru
assemble
tuh,
a
ada
die
vision.
that allows you to leap over tiles,
Dice,
or
kayak
one that
semacam
yields
dadu
higher
gitu.
rewards in battles, or one that incorporates both
Konten endgame
effects.
mungkin. Konten
Clear
endgame
golden
selanjutnya.
gears and voila! Neural impulse is all yours. Use it to unlock different talents and increase
tuh
your
kayak
combat gains.
Esu lagi
In
tuh.
other words, it mirrors the
Iya kan?
ability tree found in the simulated
Kebun
universe.
binatang lagi tuh.
Get ready for a thrilling addition to version
Kawan kumbang
1.6
lagi.
of the Simulated Universe, the Intracognition System. When moving across the Simulated Universe board, self-consciousness changes may be triggered, leading
Kartu
to
baru.
diverse story paths.
Nggak ada red
Trailblazers
baru
can
ya tadi?
compile all the storylines through continuous gameplay,
Iya,
ultimately unlocking the
Kita
enigmatic
nggak harus
secrets
gesek
of
dah.
the
Iya, muka
eons.
nggak harus gesek.
Count your blessings! A new simulated universe to explore.
Basic-basic doang.
Trailblazers, I'll be waiting for you at the usual spot.
Now that we've covered the major updates in the Simulated Universe, it's time to talk about a special invite. In
ada
version
lagi nih,
1.6,
virtual
Trailblazers will receive an
Inventor.
invitation from the Department of Ecology to participate in a special test.
The Department of Ecology? Ugh. What's the mission this time?
This test involves battling illusionary enemies that are conjured through scent triggers. Each distinct scent plugin yields different test outcomes. Trailblazers will start with the basic test and subsequently unlock Despair Mode.
Despair
Buset.
mode. I hear Trailblazers are seasoned trash can
Horor
explorers.
nih.
Perasaan.
I'm sure their noses can handle it.
Don't be so
Lewatnya
sure.
jelek,
The
skip.
difficulty curve isn't for the faint of heart, which is why we like to remind all trailblazers that the illusions created by these scents differ from
Udah ada
regular
karakter
enemies.
trial ya kan.
Make sure you're well
Lagi, Bang.
prepared before engaging in battle.
Example: deploy distinct scent plugins before commencing the simulated trial to attain varied bonuses in battle.
That's right. Immerse yourself in your favorite scent, say cedar wood, and you might just encounter some familiar friends.
Kau lihat?
This? A garlic
Kau lihat?
flavored abundant ebon deer?
Enggak tahu ya.
That sounds delicious.
Hey, snap out of it! Need I remind everyone? The sense may be tempting, but it's crucial to exercise self-control.
Kenapa nggak bisa
Version
bantu bikin
1.6
kode?
will also see the return
Meningkatkan
of
analisa
the
kita
planar
semua.
fissure and realm
Semoga
of the
kau sembuh
strange
ya.
events. During these events, successfully challenging
Gak
the
apa-apa,
simulated universe and cavern of corrosion
Aku
will
yang
yield
ngetik
double
sendiri, gak apa-apa.
rewards for a set number of times.
Conclusion: relaxation and fun await.
End seasonnya
ain't
ituan.
done with you yet. Remember Mr. Cien from the Cienjo La Fu? He recently acquired a talking parrot called Yosa that can blur truth with falsehood.
It's you, isn't it?
What? As I was saying, trailblazers can strike up a conversation with Mr. Cien and his talking parrot to experience the brand new permanent challenge mode, Pure Fiction.
Permanent
Masih
challenge?
digantung.
You
Iya,
mean
tinggal
like
masih
the
digantung.
Forgotten Hall?
Not
Kayaknya sih
exactly.
bakal
In
ketemu
Pure
di
Fiction,
next
defeating
season
an enemy
kayaknya.
will cause it to respawn immediately, and trailblazers
Bang.
earn points every time they deal damage to or defeat an enemy. At the end of each battle, the highest score achieved in that challenge will be recorded. Trailblazers need to defeat as many enemies as possible within a limited number of cycles to rack up a high score. Each phase of Pure Fiction comes with its own set of buff effects for Trailblazers to choose from, which allows for team composition experimentation to maximize points.
Kayak Forgotten
Observation
Hall
indicates
kah?
that high
pastinya.
scores hinge on
tapi
the right
gennya itu
cure.
loh.
Conclusion: consider the nature of enemies and available buff effects when selecting your formation and battle strategy.
Goodness, said it better myself. A quick update, folks. In each phase of Pure Fiction, you can bag
Mirip
yourself
emosi, iya,
a
makanya
whopping
emosi kayaknya.
720 stellar jades. And guess what? Completing specific stages for the
Dapat
first
Linux
time
gratis
will
no.
earn you the 4-star character links.
Whoa. 720
lumayan.
stellar jades?
You heard it here first. In version 1.6, Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos is
nambah
set to
2
expand
lagi
with stages
emosi-nya
11 and 12.
guys.
Securing a 3-star victory in these new
Kita
stages
yang nggak full
grants an
star
extra
be like,
120 stellar jades. Combine that with the first 10 stages, and you're looking at a grand total of 720 stellar jades. Trailblazers who complete these 2 permanent challenge modes
Forgotten Hall
can
bakal
also
12 baru sama
earn
3
a
timnya
new
masing-masing.
currency,
Kayaknya
which they
sih.
can exchange for items like
Enggak sih, normal kayaknya.
self-modeling resin in the newly added shop.
Sounds neat. But are trailblazers seriously
Kalau
expected to
full star
take on more
260
permanent
loh.
challenges
Wah, susah
each time
ini.
there's a new version?
Aku aja nggak
That's
full
even
star.
more simulated universe testing time, you know.
Hold your horses, Madam Herta. These 2
judulnya
permanent
no.
game modes will be seeing changes of their own in the update schedule. From version 1.6 onwards, Forgotten Hall,
Enggak
Memory of
pertama
Chaos,
yang
and
kenal.
Pure Fiction will be updated in rotation. Every Memory of Chaos update will be followed 2 weeks later by a Pure Fiction event. Subsequently, 2 weeks after that, a new Memory of Chaos will start.
In which case, each version contains 3 such updates, meaning that Trailblazers can obtain a maximum of 2,160 stellar jades across the Forgotten Hall and Pure Fiction events.
In addition, the availability of each phase of Memory of Chaos will be extended from 2 weeks to 6 weeks. This means that when a new phase of Memory of Chaos starts, the previous phase will still be available. The same is also true of Pure Fiction.
Ergo, Trailblazers will have more time to plan their character leveling and to experience challenge gameplay.
You got
banyak
it.
kerjaan
And
lagi
I
dong
almost forgot
berarti.
about another significant new feature in version 1.6.
Tidak.
Get ready for the Forgotten Hall auto clear function. After the 1.6 update, Trailblazers can directly challenge the highest memory of chaos stage they previously cleared with 3 stars. Upon achieving a 3-star victory, they instantly receive all rewards from the preceding stages. Just a heads up that stage 7 is currently the highest stage that Trailblazers can start their challenge.
Whoa, in other words, as long as I've achieved a 3-star victory in Stage 7, and I attain the same victory in any given Forgotten Hall Memory of Chaos update, I can get my hands on rewards for the previous 6 stages?
Precisely.
Another Trailblazer time saver, it would seem.
That's not all. The 1.6
Tidak.
update will further improve the user-friendliness of the team setup in the Forgotten Hall. As Trailblazers progress through stages in Forgotten Hall Memory of Chaos, the team setup from the previous stage will be carried over by default. Plus, with the new team setup switching and one-click
bisa
clear
di-switching
functions,
juga tuh.
lineups can be adjusted at the drop of a hat.
Impressive. It seems that optimizing Trailblazer experience is a firm priority.
Absolutely. And guess what else? Version 1.6 will also ease the completion difficulty of daily training, allowing Trailblazers to claim rewards with less effort. Additionally, we've introduced a time-limited unlock feature for certain material stages.
This might require further explanation.
Simply put, even if Trailblazers haven't explored the latest maps, they can still challenge certain material stages to gather leveling materials for their characters.
Oh,
And of course, where would
Nah,
1.6
ini
be
dinanti
without
sih.
the ever-exciting check-in event?
Ini sih yang dinanti sih.
Participating in the Gift of Odyssey event allows Trailblazers to get their hands on 10 warps.
I think the Trailblazers will be looking forward to this one.
Indubitably.
I saw it coming.
Alrighty. It's that time already, folks. A big shout out to all our Trailblazers for their incredible love and support. Honkai Star Rail recently garnered incredible awards and nominations. On behalf of the project team, I, Albert, would like to extend our gratitude.
Pardon the interruption. You are now speaking with Veritas Ratio.
Huh?
It has come to my attention that your broadcast today touched on certain warp arrangements
Dr. Ratio
in
marah
connection
dong.
with myself. If I may be so bold, the current arrangements are pitiful.
Dr. Ratio!
The dissemination and sharing of knowledge, as well as truth, is imperative. I, in my esteemed capacity, demand that every Trailblazer be given access to a proper education. When version 1.6's Counter-Ray Event Warp becomes available, every Trailblazer who has unlocked the mail feature shall receive, via mail, one limited 5-star character Dr. Ratio. That is to
Promosin diri
say,
sendiri anjir tolong.
through sheer tyranny of will, I shall become ubiquitous. With this, I bid you farewell.
And there we have it, folks. The esteemed Dr. Ratio. So, I think we've covered all the content for version 1.6.
Apa nih? Login
Thank
into
you
get
once
limited
again to our
dengan
3
kata-kata.
geniuses for their support. But don't go anywhere just yet now. Stay tuned for an
Gimana?
IPM
Learn
bonus
for free,
program.
login to get unlimited.
Here comes Sunday.
I thought it was Friday today.
Question. Does the IPC
Evan kah?
not rest at the weekend?
Right? That's 2 full days of simulated universe
Betul,
testing. Trailblazers, you know what to do.
Yang tengah ngerti bahasa
I'm not
Inggris.
talking about the
Wih.
weekend, y'all. I'm talking about
Mungkin tuh
our next
aktivitas
special
pasar
guest.
Dr. Ratio.
Kapan guesin gitu juga nggak tahu kapan. Oke.
Bisa jadi mungkin gara-gara tadi menang rewardnya.
Mungkin.
Itu kan ada The Game Award,
The Game Award.
iPhone game of Solitaire 2003, Google Play-nya juga PS.
Apa iya get limited charge dapat si dokter rasio atau limited 5 standar? Tapi yakin rasio nih gratis.
Ladies
Tapi kayaknya
and
cuma
gentlemen,
berapa orang terpilih deh kayaknya sih itu.
welcome to the family's Charmony Festival Conference. I'm your host, Albert. This once in an
Kalau
amber era
terpilih,
event is near at
biasanya
hand.
kan dari
The
web,
eyes
nggak
of the
langsung
universe
dari
are fixed
official.
firmly on the planet of
Kayaknya
festivities,
semuanya.
Penacony. Tonight, we'll be bringing you all the latest on Charmony Festival. First, let's give a round of applause and welcome the organizer of the festival and representative of the family in Penacony, Mr. Sunday.
Good evening, dear
Loh.
viewers.
Ada Sunday.
I am Sunday.
Welcome, good sir. Your presence here lights
Loh,
up
ada Sunday.
our humble studio.
You are too kind, Mr.
Apakah bau-bau
Albert.
Sunday ini
If it were
akan
not for the
playable?
IPM's generous invitation, I would not have had this opportunity to introduce your audience to our festival, nor its location. That is to say, Penacony. Penacony is located in the Asdana star system. It is a holiday destination of
Nih.
universal repute.
Apa tuh Sunday?
Known to
Makanya aku
many
juga
as
gak tahu
the
nih.
planet of festivities. Our guests will be staying in the Reverie, a luxurious hotel where one may travel freely between reality and dreamscape.
Apakah nanti di pas di
basking in
map
dreams that
Penacony dia
are
akan
uniquely
muncul?
yours.
I'm curious. What makes this festival
Iya, planet
different
berikutnya
from the
emang.
previous
Ini planet
ones?
berikutnya soalnya.
Charmony Festival is a
Namanya
Penacony
Penacony.
tradition with a long history, and we have built on that foundation to achieve something truly extraordinary. The family on Penacony has, for the first time, issued public invitations to various factions of the cosmos, welcoming them to partake in our magnificent ceremony. Members of the 5 great families, which together make up the family on Penacony, as well as staff members of the Reverie, are united in welcoming the universe to our home.
Rumor has it that your sister, the cosmic superstar Miss Robin, is set to perform at the ceremony.
You heard correctly. On behalf of the family, Robin will be singing at the opening of the festival in honor of the Eon of
Apakah
Harmony.
Robin juga iya nih?
My sister has already arrived in
Kakaknya
Penacony,
Sunday nih.
and dress rehearsals are well underway. Our
Kakaknya
guests
Sunday.
are in for quite the show.
Miss Robin's participation will undoubtedly make the ceremony all the more dazzling. Mr. Sunday, would you be able to divulge any details about the festival's preparations?
All manner of preparations are
Terus ada
unfolding as
Misa,
we
ya
speak.
kan? Misa bintang
The
4 nih.
Reverie's renovation works are drawing to a close,
Aku lupa
and
kemarin
so
udah
too
lihat
is
di
its
official
human
tuh.
resources overhaul. Our level of service will be better than ever. Separately, we have introduced performers and service personnel from the Iris family to Penacony's principal scenic areas and leisure facilities. I'm sure they will help our guests
Kayaknya
to
sih
feel
bintang
right at
4
home.
sih.
Needless to say,
Gallagher,
safety is our
anjir
primary
namanya.
concern. And
Ini
so,
anggota baru,
the
Kak.
devoted and courageous Bloodhound family
Iya,
will be
anggota baru
responsible
itu.
for security
Nanti
at the
di-
festival.
Di Penacony
Danger
nanti
does not
dia,
exist
mereka
in
semua
Penacony's
kayaknya
dreams.
playable sih.
And the family promises that the safety of every guest is guaranteed. Of course, the family is also
Ada Duke
forgiving.
Inferno.
Perhaps you are a member of the Annihilation Gang, or even the Stellaron Hunters.
Ada Sam nih,
If you
Selamat
cherish
Hunter nih.
dreams and
Nanti
uphold
bakal
benevolence,
Sam bakal masuk di
Penacony
sini-sini ya kan
welcomes
di
your
Penacony. Mulai dari
Since issuing the
2.1.
invitations, we have received many replies from various organizations throughout the universe. Today will be the first time we are publishing the guest list.
All in the service of the preservation, the Amber Lord. He's an executive from the IPC Strategic Investment Department and a member of the legendary 10 Stone Hearts.
Aventuring.
Mr. Adventuring.
Ih,
Explore, understand, establish, and connect.
ada Gundam itu tuh.
Together, the name is carried forward
Selamat
the
Hunter.
trailblazing will of Machiavelli and build bridges between
Yang
the
keempat.
stars. The navigator of the Astral Express, Miss Himiko, along with the entire crew, will soon be gracing Penacony with
Masuk
their
suaranya.
presence.
Ada scene ya.
Trading knowledge for wisdom, calculating wealth with formulas, and transcending individual limitations through an academic network of shared resources. The renowned scholar of the Intelligentsia Guild, Dr. Veritas Ratio. We think, therefore we are. And memories are proof of existence. She's committed to safeguarding and sharing these memories and able to journey beyond the corporeal into the cosmos. Hails from the Garden of Recollection. It's none other than the Metal Keeper herself, Miss Black Swan.
Jangan lupa.
In the uncaring expanse of the cosmos,
Oh, dia remembrance
elation
ternyata.
exists as a balm for sorrow. Forever resilient, never disheartened, ceaselessly untearful, endlessly present, and here representing the mass fools, Sparkle!
Iya toh. Oh iya
Following
sih.
the path of the hunt, journeying from one planet to another, upholding justice, eradicating evil,
Karakter yang
and
bakalan
then
ada
doing
di
it all
Penakoni
over
ini.
again. She's been away from the spotlight for too long. Representing the Galaxy Rangers, Miss Akron takes the
Alias kayak si
stage
ini kan.
once more.
Ruan si itu
On
siapa?
behalf of the family,
Raiden Mei itu.
I hereby warmly welcome our guests
Ini
to
kan
participate
si
in
Sparkle.
this, our grand celebration.
Aku pas Sparkle malah mirip ini.
Penakoni
Siapa?
awaits you.
Si itu malah siapa ya, aku lupa. Nih previewnya guys, kotanya anjir keren nih. Kayak era tahun 80-an tapi dibalut sama modernisasi. Gila. Anjir. Udah selesai ya guys itunya, streaming ininya. Kayaknya udah bisa 191. Iya 191 sih. Langsung 2.1 sih. Wah gila sih ini mah. Artinya benar-benar udah gitu karakter-karakter di spill semua loh. Yang bakalan di iniin. Gila. Dokter Asia gratis ya, nyari cons gak kak? Enggak sih aku. Kalau misalkan emang didapetin secara free, ya udah, nggak usah ngegaca sih. Gitu. Gimana guys? Apakah kalian bakalan menabung atau mending next pas 2.1 nggak dikasih istirahat sama Yoyo? Bener, bener-bener nggak dikasih istirahat sama Yoyo anjir sumpah. Apalagi aku imaginary aja nggak punya, ya kan? Jelas demi kuantum anjay. OTW nabung Arkel. Gas. Ki, tadi kamu Ruan Mei tadi bilangnya mau pulangin Ruan Mei. Jadi pulangin Ruan Mei nggak tuh? Ki, nanti parlay nggak? Gak ada tiket multi aja langsung sikat ke banner, makanya sama. Apakah kita harus belajar menabung anjir? Iya emang sih enggak tahu sih. Kan kita nggak tahu Arken bakalan rirannya kapan. Ya kan kemungkinan kan 1.6 ini bakalan ini. Capek next time aja. Oke. Masjid lumayan bang. Aku gak tahu ya kira-kira siapa yang mau gua gacain Dokter Asia, tapi aku lagi butuh banget ya kan. Untuk kakaknya Varial juga jangan semoga cepat sembuh ya. Ya bisa beraktivitas lagi seperti sedia kala ya. Aduh. Jangan lupa guys bantu doanya juga buat kakaknya si Varial ya, lagi sakit asam lambung itu. Kenapa? Nyari Shai gak tahu ya Shai. Masalahnya ada di inian dia. Ada di mana? Di PS1. Shai di PS1 anjir. Shai di PS1. Udah selesai. Lagi juga udah capek hari ini ya kan, streaming terus udah 2 kali ya kan kali ini. Oke, di PS1 bukan di PS2. PS1 tadi kan ini apa? Shai, Herta, sama siapa lagi satu lagi tuh lupa. Ruan Mayu pas pertama. Dokter rasionya di PS kedua ya. Yang Kafka juga di PS2, pokoknya yang PS1 itu Ruan Mei sama Blade. Yang kedua itu si siapa ya?
Dokter Rasio.
Iya, Dokter Rasio sama Kafka. Mars? Enggak Mars. Tadi bintang 4-nya siapa aja ya? Aku juga lupa anjir. Astaga. Lupa aku juga. Turem lah. Ya udah guys. Kumbangnya gede bener yang warna. Iya, elemennya apalagi apa sih yang elemennya yang putih itu? Aku lupa elemen apa sih namanya? Ya pokoknya yang fisikal, S sama imaginary itu kelemahannya. Makanya kalau bisa jadi PL sini deh, S atau di antara ketiga itu. Tapi yang lebih sering kepake biasanya imaginary sih. Imaginary yang sering kepake. Sampai satu lagi saya Mas sama Tingyun. Oh, aku malah nggak ingat anjir.
Ya kalau mau aman cari DPS satu elemen satu elemen
iya,
satu.
satu elemen satu. Jadi katanya beneran itu kan bakalan di apa?
Dokter radio?
Atau cuma beberapa orang tertentu aja kah?
Ya semoga aja beneran.
Semoga aja sih beneran sih ya.
Ya kalau ada event mungkin gak susah-susah banget lah.
Iya sih. Aku tanya.
Apalagi pas ada syarat-syaratnya gitu. Skip lah, gak susah.
Jadi guys, ya gak ada lagi yang mau ngobrolin hari ini karena aku juga kasih nganu. Namanya bisa break efek musuh 2 kali. Iya, break efek musuh berasa. Tapi kalau misalkan ada si Jingliu mungkin makin bagus ya. Ya kan?
Iya, Jingliu bagus tuh.
Dikombin sama Jingliu sih. Halo Nek, halo M Gila. Welcome, gimana kabarnya, sehat? Nama Om, jangan maaf ya, makasih loh udah mau mampir ya. PS2 Hook, Natasha sama Susang. Halo Yusril, welcome. Gimana kabarnya, sehat? Nama Om, jangan lupa maaf ya, makasih loh udah mau mampir ya. Tadi screening special programnya sudah selesai ya kan. Nggak tahu lagi deh aku kita sebagai free to play cuman bisa apa anjir. Jangan bisa nunggu bansos lagi ya kan, abis bansos. Oh ya guys, itu jangan lupa yang aku pin itu jangan lupa diklaim ya guys ya. Om ada Jingliu. Ditambah lagi planar yang baru udah sakit tuh. Aku aja belum inian. Aku kayaknya main santai aja deh kayak gitu. Progres pelan sih aku sih. Ya gimana ya? Ya aku payah dalam pembuildan anjir. Jadi kalau bisa fokus satu ya udah satu dulu naikin. Itu Om Sifon. Kenapa Om Sifon? Om mana? Novan dicariin Toka. Gak tau deh, Toka lagi sama bininya kayaknya. 110 special pass sudah siap buat kecaruan Mei. Astaga, mantap sekali. Bisa nahan seperti itu ya. Gampang Nalana Busi. Ipon siapa? Itu loh si
Toka.
Toka. Enggak Jingliu deket Rirannya. Iya. Aku butuh Jingliu soalnya. Gak ada DPS bagus soalnya. Yan King malah gitu ya. Aku mah nahan dari banner Jingliu mau keluar sampai sekarang. Bagus ya. Demi waifu ya kan. Wah, gak tahu, asal gatel aja gitu pengen gacha gitu. Gimana cara ngurangin hal tersebut ya? Bingung aku juga. Nah ya, Bang Glove, gimana dong Bang Glove? Tips ini apa namanya? Nahan gacha, ya kan? Gimana tipsnya Bang? Bisa diberi tahu? Tipsnya apa? Pokoknya penasaran aku tuh. Penasaran aku tuh soalnya. Om itu pacarnya bercanda-canda. Pacarnya siapa? Lah dia punya bini bang. Dia udah punya bini. Udah punya bini dia tuh. Game baik, panjang umur. Baik. Ini misalnya kalau nggak gacha Jingliu itu wallpapernya bisa ganti ke Jingliu.
Ya kan nganu. Avatarnya kalau mau ganti kan wallpaper atau avatar?
Wallpaper apa avatar? Apalagi cuma avatar doang. Kalau wallpaper mah cuma dari event. Ya gak sih?
Avatar misal lalu di HP wallpapernya ganti Jingliu gitu ya.
Oh, itu misalnya kalau mau gacha Jingliu, wallpapernya bisa ganti ke Jingliu. Maaf nih, aku wallpapernya Kirara ya. Kirara.
Bisa dicoba.
Bisa dicoba. Boleh. Kalau ada ya. Kalau ada. Lihat aja nih, apa paperku kayak burik kali ini. Gak bisa ya?
Kalau yang bagus sih, kalau dapat dokter rasionya itu loh, lumayan loh itu bintang 5.
Iya
lagi
sih.
gratis.
Serius beneran gratis nih, beneran nih?
Nggak tahu makanya itu jadi misteri kan.
Jadi misteri itu tuh. Nih pokoknya nih guys ya, tuh paper opekku tuh. Bentar. Tuh.
Coba besok diganti rame.
Nih. Kelihatan kan ya, masih kelihatan nih kan?
Kelihatan semua.
Oh iya nggak apa-apa. Yang penting muka gue nggak kelihatan kan? Muka gue nggak kelihatan kan? Nah. Tuh. Kelihatan nggak sih? Nah. Tapi berikut tuh ginian anjir, Kirara dong, tolong. Nah.
Bentar aja nih, aku silent.
Dah, kemarin itu iya. Oke. Kita absen sebelum kita closingan ya kan? Aku juga pengen sebentar, mau ada azan juga ya kan? Absen. Ada Bang Yusril, ada Nibras, ada MG Live, ada Gelap. Oke, makasih juga buat yang udah pada hadir kayak Ki. Terus Zid juga makasih, ada Kuki juga makasih, Rijal juga. Terus Net Gaming ya, Toka dan sebagainya ya. Makasih loh udah pada mampir ya dan nonton bareng special program. ASR Honkai Sara 1.6. Kayaknya patch terakhir sih ya. Shai Rara under pamit. Maaf kalau ada salah, and see you next stream ya guys. Bye bye.